I have a huge announcement. Ladies and gentlemen, introducing a new era, because I realized the only problem with my Mario ability was that I was using my old official Xbox 360 controller, and I swapped to an actual real official Super Nintendo controller, just like they used to make it. And ignore the name of the company that's right here and the hashtag. It's not an ad. Check this shit out. It turns out that once you give me a D-pad, I cannot be stopped. Ah, fuck, shit. Anyway, it is better. It is better for sure. But also, we're countering that by me. I'm so tired today. My sleep is even more than normal. It's like just woo every 2 days. I don't know what's going on. What is the good today? There's no goofs planned. Look, if a goof organically pops up, sure, that's fine. But like, this is the plan. I beat the crap out of this game. I warmed up for 10 minutes. That means I'm ready to go, and I'm playing the best Mario Monday of my entire life.
If I may ask, when do we get Donkey Kong Tuesday?
Are you dumb? It's Friday. That doesn't make any sense. Just Doug PB. Is this a good bet? No. But is it a bet of faith? Yes. I bet when Jesus Christ was approached by God and said, hey, I'm thinking of making you my son today. The odds are pretty low. You probably shouldn't. You should just go be a normal carpenter, right? Jesus said, no, I'm going to bet that I will be the son of God. And that's the only reason that it worked out. You know what I mean? That's true of Judaism too, maybe. That's probably all the religions or something. Think about it. Doug, play the game. You're right, random person who's here for gameplay and not goofs. You're right, 1 in fucking 350 people who want to watch the game.
If today is a short stream, then it would be the perfect opportunity for doing that. Every 1 second, one more pixel of a hentai image is added idea.
Dude, I did think about that. And then I didn't do it. Like, that's literally on my list, the hentai stream. I'm gonna do it. But there's some math to figure out. One, how many pixels of the hentai image need to be revealed per second? Because if it's 1 pixel per second, that would take, what, years for the image to show up? That's way too slow. And then the second is, what percentage of a hentai image's pixels can be randomly shown until it's clear that it's hentai? I don't know. Is it 20%? Is it 90%? And then 3, what is the algorithm that can, in Python, okay, that is 2 million pixels. Maybe Python can just do 2 million in, you know, in an array of arrays or whatever, but ideally every new pixel is one that hasn't already been enabled. I mean, it shouldn't be that bad, right? Probably Python could just do that. But anyway, I need to make sure that, you know, Python, the most powerful programming language that exists, and me, the most powerful programmer that exists, can do it. C++ is better. You sound like somebody who's never programmed in your life, and I apologize to call you out like that. That is the most I'm 1 week into a programming class at college. Like, comment. It is not better. It's just different. It's better for different things. Bullying. No, it's just the degree of confidence to be like, Doug, C++ is better. No, it's faster. Do I need that? If I don't, then Python's a lot better because it's way easier to have an interface with OBS. Look, I'm sorry to the C++ person. I'm not trying to be mean. I just imagine when I see a comment like that you're like extremely confident and you think I'm dumb. C++ is better because it has 2 pluses. Python libraries are literally C+. Okay, that was another. Python libraries are literally C+. It doesn't matter. At no point did I say, what is the most efficient programming language for these types of algorithms? That's not what I said. I was saying, I just want to double check that Python can do this. And then to take that and be like, yes, time to show my knowledge about how the underpinnings of Python. It doesn't matter what it's underwritten in. C++ is underwritten in assembly. That doesn't mean we should do it in assembly. Do you get what I'm saying? It doesn't matter. That's not what the question is. We're not asking about what's the most efficient programming language for this type of algorithm. The question is, can I do it in Python or not? Because that is the most efficient use of my time. Assembly coding would make a fun stream, though. No, it wouldn't. Again, no. I feel like you guys are 1 semester into a computer science degree. I didn't sleep very good. So you're dealing with a Doug that's operating at like 40% capacity. So I'm going to be even dumber and quicker to argue than normal. Be warned before you type things into chat. It's like a feral rhinoceros in heat or something, right? You need to be careful around it, even though normally rhinoceroses are chill and you can hang out and do goofs together. Admit that you're wrong. Okay. 1, saying C++ is faster is not relevant. I'm not wrong there. That wasn't relevant to the conversation. 2, writing code in assembly is the most boring shit imaginable for a streamer. No, it's not. Look, I will admit, this is one of maybe only 2 topics in the entire world that I'm not an absolute expert in. I haven't done that much assembly programming. I only did it in the summer of 2011 in college for 1 month, and it sucked balls because assembly is insanely boring. It would be so hyped to see everybody in chat be completely confused. Part of the reason why I like programming in Python, on top of the fact that I'm kind of dumb, is that chat is also kind of dumb. It is pretty easy to follow Python code. It's really not that hard. Like, Python looks almost like English. And then as we move farther away from that, we're making it extremely esoteric and hard for anybody to understand what's going on for no benefit at all. Code in Rust. No, we're not coding in Rust. Why would we do that? Many people seem to watch the stream and think, why aren't you hyper optimizing your programs? Because it's a stream. It's for streaming. Nobody cares. The goal of programming on stream is to make entertaining content, not to make clean, beautiful, optimized code. No one on YouTube gives a shit how optimized the code is. No one cares. I care. No, you don't. I refuse to believe you don't. I know that some people do, but in aggregate, no, you don't. And I will continue to talk about all thousands of you like a single person. Code it with those old punch cards they slot into room-sized computers. Also, I don't know if you guys have noticed this. I'm also not very good at programming. And so it would also, like, God, what a mess. Software engineer, by the way. God, the worst comments for the podcast that I do is people saying, as a blank, this thing is so stupid. As a blank, I can't believe people think this is gonna work. They don't explain their thinking. What I mean is that they're like, yeah, I'm really smart, and they're really dumb, but they don't explain themselves.
I just joined the stream and the first word I hear is hentai. That's my fucking streamer.
That's the crazy part about coming in here from YouTube. It is like 90% hentai talk in here.
The good today is dry goods. Doug will gift 5 barley for every death.
Dude, I want to, this is not a bit. You guys know I would commit to this. I want to buy a barrel of crude and then have it around. That way I can like bring it to places and be like, if you guys want any, like if I have a house party and there's like 50 people over, I'm like, hey everybody, no need to drop by the gas station on the way home. Just top yourself up off the crude. And it's just a barrel sitting out, on like the sidewalk. Drink it on stream. I do think I would die, but I'm not a scientist, so I don't know. Do you think everybody shows up to stream and they're like, this guy's an asshole? Do you think I look like more or less of an asshole on stream compared to YouTube? Because objectively, 99% of people only watch YouTube. Does the YouTube edit make me look more or less? Or I would assume the same. Jokes aside, I assume I appear to be the same quality of person, but I don't know. I'm more on stream. It's scary to be here. YouTube makes you look more put together. That doesn't make sense. They edit out all the parts where I shit my pants and cry. Oh, fuck, I forgot the timer again. See, like on YouTube, we just edit that out, and it looks like I start my speed runs consistently. YouTube makes you look civilized, but then you come to stream and you realize I'm a barbarian who has no concept of modern society. Unquestioningly, the YouTube edits do make chat look a lot hotter and richer.
Have you heard of C++? It was made by some random slightly insane dude that believed he was ordained by God to make a holy OS system.
Yeah, I learned about that guy recently. Wild person. I mean, also literally, I think very mentally unwell, unfortunately.
My little sister's birthday is today and she's one of your biggest fans. I don't usually watch your streams, but I wanted to know if you could tell her happy birthday. Her name's Olive. Olive D's nuts in your mouth, Lamau got him.
Happy birthday, Olive D's nuts in your mouth. I hope your dickhead of a brother isn't too mean.
When Doug converts to Christianity, he is ordained by God to do a Temple-os stream. Also, Terry Davis was awesome.
I'm gonna say something that might sound mean. It is very impressive for somebody to make their own operating system. However, I think it's more impressive to make an operating system that people actually use. Like ultimately, if the thing you make isn't used by anybody, I don't know exactly how impressive that really is. You know, it's a cool achievement, but putting it on par with like, you know, Linux or something doesn't make any sense. It's hard to make something like that, obviously. It's an extraordinary technical feat, but it's even harder is to make a thing that people use. So seems like a very smart guy, but also, you know, feels a little weird to be like, ultimate legend. It's like, if nobody wanted to use anything that he made, like, it feels like it's a cool passion project for him. I don't know. Doug hates people who creates operating system. I'm glad you figured out the real message here. I think it is an unbelievably impressive, from what I've seen. I don't know that much of what he made.
I had a dream I was learning C++ and every time I tried, Doug came in and smacked me with a Python for Dummies book.
You know all those insecurities you have? You worry about something that like a friend or a family member maybe thinks of you. Probably not, but maybe they are thinking it. I just want you to know that when I talk about Python, I'm really talking about that. Like, just stop. Stop doing that. Stop it. We all see it. That's why I code in Python.
Oh, so you want Java to disappear completely?
Yeah, this is what I mean.
I code in Java, Doug. You want me to lose my job?
Yeah.
You think I'm a stupid asshole that deserves it?
I mean, I didn't want to explicitly say that, but yeah, you are picking up what I'm putting down.
Everyone is all of Suyud now having dreams of you while you have been popping up in my dreams for years now. The first dream you were in was where you showed up to my house to confront me for cringe TTS. It was rather scary because you were trying to slowly get in my house and you clearly had ulterior motives.
And can I just say, I was in the wrong there. You were more in the wrong, but I take a little bit of responsibility. Screwing the pooch here. Also, why is screwing the pooch a phrase? Why would anybody ever say that? Like, where did that originate from? Like, I understand that there's historical preference or context for never look a gift horse in the mouth. I get that. What is possibly I screwed the pooch? Doug, it is not a saying. You're saying that's just been my thing of saying, wow, he really screwed the pooch there. I think that's what the American Revolution was about. Was America upset or happy about screwing the pooch? I don't actually know what you're implying here. 2 pooches in the womb is worth 1 screwed pooch in the hand.
Hey Doug, do you ever have nightmares about how because you have so many streams of you saying insane things, people will make videos of you saying fucked up things?
It's wild. I pay these people to make videos of me saying fucked up things, and it freaks me out every time. You can't teach an old pooch new tricks. You can't screw the pooch and then teach them new tricks while screwing them. Screw the pooch is a military term. Did we go and screw Hitler's pooch during World War II? How is that possibly a military term?
Screw the pooch originated as a sanitized, euphemistic version of the vulgar military slang fuck the dog. While fuck the dog originally meant slacking off or wasting time, both phrases evolved by the 1960s to mean making a disastrous mistake or failing dramatically.
I don't understand. Why did we start saying fuck the dog? You can't fuck a dog new tricks. Do you think furries, when they're like having their orgies, say things like that? You never fuck a gift horse in its mouth, only in its pooch. Fuck me or the dog.
Doug, your no optimization mindset seems very similar to the current mindset of most AAA game devs RN. This is why every game released in recent times is a glorified UA5 tech demo that runs like shit on anything but the best hardware on the market.
I think that is probably not giving game developers credit, to be honest. New games really don't need to be over 100 gigabytes. Yeah, I just think I disagree with basically ever saying game developers like don't care or are lazy, and I think it's not true. I think game development is like insanely, absurdly hard. And having known actual game developers and worked in actual game development, it's like the hardest and least forgiving job. I mean, that's not true. It's extraordinarily hard and forgiving and unforgiving compared to like any other software engineering job you can get. And to call people who take a giant pay cut and then work a way harder job as like lazy is does not sit right with me. I'm not saying you are implying that, but that is explicitly said all the time on places like Reddit. I don't hate game devs, just large corporations. Yeah, the corporate people running games are pretty bad in many cases. Even then, I think it's a little exaggerated. Again, having worked with corporations, I think they are usually a little dumb and uninformed, but not cartoonishly evil as we are led to believe most of the time. DougDoug the corporate shill. I tend to believe that, what's that quote? Things that seem evil can be explained by incompetence. It's just that. Doug is low-key woke. I don't know what is woke about what I just said. Don't attribute to malice something that can be explained by stupidity. I worked directly with some executives at Blizzard in 2016, and they were very stupid. I mean, like really, truly stupid people. Like some of the worst I've ever worked with. It was baffling. But they were not evil. They were like very passionate, dumb people who didn't understand the consequences of their actions and decisions and did not have the self-awareness. And then all of them just like knew each other and kind of promoted themselves into higher and higher positions, or were married to people who were actually competent at the company, which was somewhat common at Blizzard. So having seen these people up front, I don't think they're evil. I just think they're not very good at their job. I also worked at EA and like same thing. Ignorance is indistinguishable from malice. I don't know if you've worked in a corporate job ever. Most people are not that competent at most corporate jobs. It's just the reality that like when you get into the real world, most people aren't like really, really good at their work. It's just the sad reality. There's a lot of people who just like aren't that competent. And you would like to believe that everybody's just amazing, but that's just, I don't think how it works in the real world. Nepo companies go wild. Yeah, I mean, the dumbest person I ever saw at Blizzard was the wife of a major executive at the company. I was just like, wow, you do not deserve to have this job, huh? And she was a really nice person. Then I realized my job and the job of like all my friends depended on this woman's decisions. It was a little sad.